Okay. I think we're live to YouTube, Facebook, and this is 590, and we're trying our best so hard. We're trying so hard. Um, let's just we'll do the land acknowledgement and calm down. Okay. The Creator gifted us with this land that we are blessed to share and care for together. We acknowledge that the land we gather on Wilkinstis is the ancestral territory of the Siksika, Sitapi, the Siksika, the Kainai, the Piikani, and the Amskapi Piikani. We acknowledge all First Nations and Métis of Treaty 7 lands, the Sutena, the Atabi, which includes Bearspaw, Chiniki, and Goodstoney. We commit to advancing reconciliation, guided by truths, respecting treaty laws, and humbly walking alongside First Nations, Métis, and Inuit. We recognize all who live, work, and play on these lands and who now call this place home. Thank you, everyone, for coming down on this 590th time that we've gotten together. So it's like a lot. We are spinning the wheel to get inspiration for tonight, and we are going to be changing over the show this weekend, I think. So come check out Rich's show this week, right now, and then come check out the show next week, and then there'll be a new show after that. Oh, so much going on. And then come now so you can see all the artwork being made and the artwork to be sold for tonight. So first piece of inspiration. Oh, that's nice. Sekhmet, be strong. You're stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. So Sekhmet was a lion-headed Egyptian goddess. Wonderful. So she is our first piece of inspiration. Sekhmet. I'll leave this out.
Recognize that?
And then
just your bums on TV. Look at Zach.
Oh, my bum. That's nice.
I put it on the front.
It's nice. It's like it's
Can you hear it?
it's old, yeah.
Can somebody indicate if we have sound on somewhere?
I can hear
Oh,
you.
yeah, I think we do.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right.
Looking good and sounding good.
What? What is it?
I keep looking. I think we picked like a lot of these birds because they're so beautiful. This book. Oh, barn owl. That's
Here.
nice.
Why don't you do this?
Sure. Just utter chaos. Oh, that's okay. Oh, a seahorse. That's perfect.
I just did a seahorse.
Oh,
Did we do that last week?
what?
Yeah, remember I did a seahorse
I think that was.
and I mailed it. It was on paper.
But I think you just did a seahorse.
It must have been on. Why would I do a seahorse?
Oh, satyrs. There you go. Why would I do a satyrs? So we got Sekhmet and then we got satyrs.
Wait, what does Sekhmet look like again?
Sekhmet is the lion-headed goddess.
Oh, okay, so
Actually,
are you telling me
Cards on you.
we've got a lion-headed goddess and satyrs?
And a goat-footed satyr.
Sounds like a battle to me.
That's going to be a good one. So, yeah. Sekhmet is lion-headed goddess, satyr, and...
I married a lion-headed goddess.
So the
Did
story...
everybody see how
Can
grumpy we
I
got while
tell
we're
the
trying
story
to...
about Sekhmet? We
Yeah.
don't... No one wants to talk about grumpy anything.
I was right.
Sekhmet was a really wild, awesome, beautiful, wonderful
goddess.
She got into this like killing frenzy,
Oh,
and-
I see where you're headed.
and
do
they
wanna
had
talk about it.
to get her drunk with.
You're headed. Wow.
and
Do
they
wanna
had,
talk about
it was beer. It was like
Love beer.
like very like very beer, so it looked like blood. So she kept like drinking it, and she eventually fell asleep. But that's like one of the stories of Sekhmet. Is she was wiping out some humans, and then she did went a little too far, and then they're like, someone can stop her, and then they had to get her some humans, but now she did went a little too far from killing people. Stop her, and then-
2 years sober.
yeah, 2 years sober. Yeah. Okay.
Jesse, you've been killing me softly.
Callie also has a similar story, and she actually did kill her partner, but then she brought him back to life because it like snapped her out of it. She's like, "Oh, just kidding, you can come back." And then, so that's
Totally how we would do it.
yeah. Last piece of inspiration is the anchor: security, resilience, and restraint. That's so funny. So we got Sekhmet, we got a satyr, and we've got the anchor. So we got
Is it
lots.
satyr?
Satyr.
Oh, we do tend to say satyr.
Yeah, people also say Martin instead of Martin, so we just bastardize
What city do you live in?
everything with a T. Okay,
Calgary?
we are going to make art for 2 hours, and then we are going to have an auction at 9.
We might.
And we got Zach on the line, right? Is that Zach? And Theo?
Zach.
That is so nice.
Zach is back.
Also, if you're watching and you're waiting for artwork, my mom is on vacation and she will be back soon, but our whole shipping department just went on break. So, so they will be back soon and you will get your artwork soon. And we very much appreciate you.
We're docking her pay, which is worse than nothing. She actually spends money working for us the same way we spend money to keep this place open. Now, if we docked her pay, does that mean we give her money back? Or
Yeah,
she gets even
yeah.
lower in the hole. I need. Can you help me with something? Oh, we don't have books anymore. We are living in the dark ages.
We what?
We don't have books anymore.
We don't have books.
I wanted some references to some of those goddesses.
Internet.
Yeah. If I had to charge my phone, I wouldn't tell you about it.
You have your charger.
Charger! Okay. The things are second. Can I spell that?
SEKHMET.
H M E.
We should see if we can.
I'm down with that.
We have her sculpture in our house
I know.
a few times.
I just don't have that particular one memorized.
But a lot of people would see it there, right?
Yes. That's where I was from. You're supposed to say, I'm where I was from too.
I don't like doing this stuff, so I just get
You
angry.
can't do that.
I
You can't just decide halfway through everything we do that it wasn't your. You know what that's okay. I wasn't part of this. You'd be the worst to shoplift with every time.
That's why I don't shoplift.
It wasn't me.
I don't shoplift because I would be bad at it.
I'm talking about standing next to your friends. You know what? If you jump off the cliff, we'll all jump off the cliff.
I would not.
Where's that kind of loyalty when you need it?
Hello.
Oh! You know we're talking about keeping this table?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about not keeping it. On the air. Is that where you're sitting?
Yeah.
Promise?
Yep.
There's 8 people with us.
Yay.
I come from downtown on the east side. What happened to my camera?
I don't know.
Can you keep an eye on the camera?
Sure.
Promise.
Yes.
Hello, Steve. Hello, friends. I'm John Cash. Where's Kelly?
I hope she's okay. So many things happening.
What is orange and sticky and on my second best camera? That's not a riddle, by the way. That's just like, that's just a what the frolicking heck.
What is happening? Oh, okay.
Is Zach still with us? Hey, Zach, put your mic on for a second.
I laughed really hard at that riddle joke.
Are you there?
Hi, hey, hi.
Zach, I'm calling to you.
I laughed pretty hard at that.
I hear you. Do I have no sound at all? Oh, is there no sound at all? Can you check the sound on that one?
My mic's on.
Have you been talking to us?
No, mostly muted.
No, the sound,
I'm
speakers.
checking setting.
I don't know.
No, look at. Hold on, don't touch anything. Look at. It's right here. It's right here.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yay!
Hey, Zach.
Yo.
Because the punch line comes first.
Hey.
Zach.
Yeah.
Because the punchline comes first. Are you ready?
Knock. Okay.
What's the worst thing about time traveling jokes?
What? Oh, cool. Whoa. Very cool. Yeah, that's tough. I heard this fantastic time traveling story. Can I share it quick?
Yes.
Okay, so this guy, he's studying Van Gogh so much. Or no, sorry, Jackson Pollock. The crazy one, the alcoholic.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's a hot topic lately. Some sort of CIA mission that he's anyway. But this time traveling story is this guy studying Pollock.
That's not even like really that serious of a conspiracy. That makes perfect sense that the CIA was. Sorry, I cut you off, but
I know I like this. I like that too. But that's that's for later. We're traveling in time. We're learning everything we can about Pollock to write a big important paper about him, and we're studying art history and Pollock. We know everything about him. Then a time traveling buddy goes, "Hey, you should go back and meet him. You got to take this remote." And he takes the remote back to meet Pollock. Pollock's in a drunken fury, steals the remote, and jumps back to Buddy's time. And now he has to become Jackson Pollock. And good thing, because he knows everything about him, and he can just play it out and like try and maintain history. And
where does this story come from?
I think it's just like a time traveler humor. It's kind of. I'm sure. I wish I could quote somebody.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
When I was in grade 8 for Mr. Walker's class, and I write. I have a book, but I didn't know I could write until university.
Yeah.
When I was in grade 8, we're asked to write short stories, and they needed to be like 3 pages. But I wrote this 30-page story, and I went to a Catholic school, and I wrote a story about this guy that was studying. He was building a time traveling machine. It had a cheesy name. I don't want to tell you the name. It was called Mission Messiah. This is the story I wrote in grade 8. Can you still hear me?
Okay.
He's building a time traveling machine, and the entire story was written in the form of journal notes. So he's making journal entries. I was in grade 8, mind you, and through his journal entries, he established that the machine he was working on was almost done. Then he went through a crisis when he realized that someone had dug up a time-traveling machine, like in the Middle East, and that as they researched it, he came to realize it was his machine, but it was 3,000 or 2,000 years old. So when they looked into this machine, he came to the conclusion that all the items that were in the machine were the kinds of things that you would have if you wanted to fake being Christ. So he decides there was no Christ, and it's his obligation to go back in time and live out the life of Christ, and bring the same material to the. So he loads his machine up with the same stuff he finds in the house, and he realizes it looks just like the stuff they found in the machine, but it's like 2,000 years old. And it's just the subtlest line as he's setting the machine that he doesn't know exactly when to set it for, but he figures he can get it within at least 30 years, right?
Yeah.
And so he sets it and he goes back in time, and he has this like list of objectives. Like he needs to get like 12 apostles, but he gets like 7 apostles. And he needs to turn like 1 piece of bread into 50 loaves, but he managed to duplicate his 1 piece of bread for like 6 loaves. And then he needed to turn 1 bottle of wine into 30 loaves. But basically every single thing that you'd read about happened, but smaller on a failed level. But he just kept telling himself, like, if I don't do this, then the world will be changed. Like, this is my obligation. And then near the end, he can't get himself crucified. So he's going all out to get himself crucified. And finally, like, this one politician sends him out to get crucified. But nobody's there, just him and the soldier that ties him to the cross. And then as he's dying on the cross, the soldier walks away and trips and hits his head on a rock and is just standing there bleeding out in front of him. And he's like, how does the story get retold if the soldier's dead? Like, there's no one here to witness. And then just as the lights are going out, the sun goes down and this strange star comes up over his head, and 3 dudes on camels ride by looking for a king. Because they missed it by 30 years, Zach.
Oh.
Do you know what? I got a C+, and my teacher said my premise was wrong. He said it wasn't possible to change time because it already happened. He took grades off for my lack of science fiction's plausibility.
It's like, what is this? Science fiction class or LA?
Yeah. Wait a minute. Where is he now?
He's dead, I hope.
Yeah, is he? Yeah. Yeah.
No, I just mean he'd be really, really old.
Like, yeah.
What?
I mean, like, yeah.
I had 7 people with us, and it just dropped down to 6. Maybe he was watching this broadcast, wondering about how that story ended.
Yeah, man, that was an elaborate story.
I will warn you, I'm in a bad mood tonight. None of our technology worked.
What happened? You're back in school.
That's the other technology that won't work. So we got 15 rumbles left, and like maybe 2 of them are going to be on days that we don't work all day.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks ago, where the rumbles were like, "Hey, I'm so happy and rested. Let's make some art and be friends."
Now you get grumpy, Justin.
Yeah. Now it's like, I've been here 590 Wednesdays in a row.
Just the Krabby Patty.
Actually, somebody said to me recently, they said, "Oh man, it's a bummer you're closing. There's anything we can do?" I'm like, I've been to 590 of these. I've been to 6. Zach's been to about 200, I'd say.
How are you? Oh, wonderful. Yeah. Do you want to?
300?
Ooh.
Yeah.
200's nice. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's generous.
I guess I'll start doing some paintings. I guess I'll do that.
Flying goddesses or what?
Sekhmet.
Yeah, I got this psychedelic start going on here. We put an Egyptian thing in there.
Nice.
Put something Egyptian in there. Yo. My buddy Tom's joining me.
Nice.
Yeah. I got Michi on deck here too. We're
Amazing. Hi.
art party.
Art party.
Wednesday. Oh.
Love that.
No, you can turn it up. I need to crap. Well, here, let me just. How are you? How are you? There you go.
Keep an eye out on that camera because my dear,
I like that.
battery will run out. It's running on batteries.
That means jackets.
There.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is sort of cheating. After I read that, after I looked at the book, Tracy? Nah, it's not cheating. Tracy is quite cheating. My aunt said me that, but I'm never gonna water this. Well, then cheat. Just cheat.
Oh, I'm cheating right now.
So it's a good. This is so crazy. This formula. Dude, $6. $28. $20. I bet you got it like $6 to that thing. Maybe should be. $30. Oh, sorry.
Would you agree that it's unlikely that there's a drink in the freezer fridge? No. Do you remember there being one?
I honestly don't know the last time I looked at it.
Look, there's stuff piled up there, so why I was asking. I did this.
Maybe low chances.
What was the word in the book?
Oh yeah. Barn owl or a robin. Yeah, I couldn't decide, and then we changed books.
Robin is easier to spell.
Robin, yeah. Hi.
Jess, you're not wrong. We used that word about that.
Yeah, it's like, it's so funny because some books, like, we can pull 1,000,000, and some of them, like that one doesn't, like, it has a few.
But we
Birds,
used
but
that
then
word
lots-
so many
Yeah.
times.
You're right. I mean, yes. You were great.
Is it raining?
What's before?
I don't know a lot of things.
How much time is left?
About an hour.
Is it really 8?
It's
Mostly bonus.
something.
What is it? Yeah, we don't mind going to bonus.
I do.
Yeah. I don't agree. Yeah, or just
Just.
What do you want? Do you go on the legend of rivers or like just
This girl was working on this forgery of a Turner today.
Yeah.
And it was just so beautiful because she was really like really looking and like struggling to see all the colors in the water. And so she was like, we started just like jamming and I was doing it with her. I got my own paper. And it's just so fun to go like to learn from Turner. Like what a beautiful thing.
Doubler.
So dumb, bro. Like,
They probably.
I'm crying too. Like,
He probably.
What was going to happen with this wonderful space when you guys?
There's a couple things that could happen.
Any number.
In theory,
Maybe you guys
There's a
change
number
your
of-
mind and come back?
no.
No.
Like the lady with the murdering her. love
Yeah,
partner.
just kidding.
No, no.
Oh, metaphor.
Sorry. Go on.
After the weekend, the week after we close, which is in January, we're gonna start broadcasting kind of a TV show online, a 2-hour Wednesday event where people make art. We make artwork.
Yeah.
And then people log in and they can make artwork if they want to. They can sell their artwork if they want to. And then they'll be able to keep 100% of what they sell after we don't need this space anymore. And every Wednesday, we're going to pick a person, place, or thing that is good. And we're going to pay attention to them for 2 hours while we make them a piece of artwork. And Jess's mom picks the artwork up at the end of the night. And we mail them a piece of artwork with kind of a link where they can watch the story we did about how great they are.
It's good. No, Lord.
It's what we're going to do.
Hello, buddy.
It's just like around the corner.
the giant sticker.
Maybe you want someone to take yours up.
Yellow. Or do you want to choose your?
I'll let you choose it. I like that one.
And my friend taking on me.
How old are they? Sick.
Very good.
Very
And you can like just put them on.
What the?
Oh, how are you? You can just see now. You ever the movies back? Let's see. The Dower. Like, wait, I can have all of them?
No, you can have one.
Oh my god, there's so many to look
Small,
through.
small prints. Some of the bigger prints.
Damn,
Oh no.
Chaos. Chaos. Keep it out.
oh, they all look cool. It's like-
We got shiny. I'm looking at one up there. Yeah. Oh no. Oh.
Oh, what the fuck? I almost got the Invaders in one. Fantastic.
Zachary.
These are, yeah. Stop. Oh, I have original. I have the original of this.
That definitely will right?
Giant stickers.
I did.
From Cody.
They're
They're giant stickers.
Yeah, so that
I
was,
just chose two random colors.
she doesn't work either.
Hey, you can do whatever you want. Yeah, no, I just like, I'm a huge pot. Yeah, my, yeah, Cody, you're a towel.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. You just like, put it over. Where'd you get this from? He's like, I don't know.
How much is it?
They're sick, right?
It is
If you-
7:51.
What I did with like two of them was so there's the lines on the back. You just like cut them. Like geez, you.
I usually like a big gold sheet with a big red.
Yeah, that's what's.
Those are good. But, like what I did with a bunch of them was like 1, 2, 3, 4,
People
5.
do before phones.
And then
How did they get their references? How they lost?
They had to, well, before it was like magazine clippings, and then before that, they had to actually be on location.
So you know what? That's actually, you know, the whole argument about AI is that the AI isn't referencing the artists that they get their work from. But neither have we, right? Like none of us got in a cage with a tiger.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've paid the tigers before. So it's a tough sell to say that the AI is not fair because it doesn't reference the artist, because artists don't reference artists. That's a weakness in our DNA and in our argument. That we just, right, like I painted 1,000 tigers. I never bothered to reference the National Geographic I got it from, you know,
Yeah.
and neither does the AI, and that's really our best argument against it. So it's tough.
So if we can do it, why can't I do it?
Well, it's not so much like tit for tat, but it's like we need a better argument against why people shouldn't use AI, and that was the easiest one.
Yeah.
The easiest argument was it's not recognizing the copyright, but I don't know that anyone realizes, you know, the Romans stole from the Greeks, and it's been like that since the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, I just walked downtown today and I saw there was a bar, let's say a coffee shop, and they had painted that dude from The Office. And the writing, and I'm thinking, does he know that you guys are using his pictures
I
to
saw
make
that.
money out of
Yeah.
it? Like, is
I
that,
have a Mickey Mouse right there that I haven't sold for that reason. Like, I probably would sell it, but in context of, I hope you know I didn't invent Mickey Mouse.
yeah. So how far can you go with copyright? Or can you can inspire yourself from it, make a imperfect copy, but if it's the same thing? Like I've heard lots of people that sell on Etsy that they get their picture stolen, like exactly the same picture.
Yeah.
It's a different shop. It's like if you're taking someone's idea and putting a copy paste on it,
It's not cool. It's bad practice, but I don't know that you can spend your life fighting against it either. I remember Katie Lang. I never really loved her, I never hated her. But there's a riff from one of her songs that the Rolling Stones came up with a song that sounded just like what she did, and she sued them and won.
yeah.
But they're like, we've never heard of Katie Lang. Sorry. It's like, I would rather the Rolling Stones borrow from me than have them stand in public say they don't know who I am. You know, so
That's
she didn't seem to care whether they knew who she was or not. It's possible they were in an airport and just heard the riff and then wrote it into a song, but you know, I invented Rumble House, and I, at the time, had never heard of art battles. I came up with the phrase art battles on my own. It wasn't something I borrowed from somewhere else. And I was working on it for about a year. And then in that year, I was just blown away because I kept Googling it to see if there's anything like what we do. Because it was such an obvious idea. I thought there's got to be somebody else out there that's thought of this.
Yeah, it's like if I think about it, somebody else must have thought about it, right?
Right. So for 2011, I'd been thinking about something like the Rumble House for 20 years. And around 2009, I'd kind of gone back to the idea like, oh, we should be having art battles. We should have like, it'd be like a rap battle but with artists. And then I typed it in the computer, nothing came up. I typed it in the computer, nothing came up. And then I started working on it. I was like looking for a space and putting together a crew and had this idea. And then that year, I discovered Art Battles Australia. And I knew for a fact that I hadn't copied them because I spent 6 months checking that I wasn't copying anybody. Like as far as I could explain, it was my idea 100%, but it didn't shock me that somebody else had the same idea.
Yeah.
So then I thought, well, I really need to get this going. I need to get it started here before somebody else thinks of this. And maybe a month or two before I opened Gorilla House, I discovered Art Battles America. I was careful to look for Art Battles Canada, and there was just no such thing. It didn't exist. And 6 months after we opened, I was contacted by Art Battles Canada. Actually, I found Art Battles Canada first, and I just said, hey, you guys, I see we're doing the same thing, but I don't think it's the same thing. And I don't think it really matters because we're not really, like, they were actually having a contest. We were just having, like, these rumbles. We were just hanging out. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
They were,
You weren't like making millions out of it.
no, and also they were, they had a thing where they're chainsawing the paintings that didn't win each
the
round.
loser.
And so I contacted them. I was like, hey, you guys, we're kind of doing the same thing. I think we use some of the same words, but looks like you guys have been around about a couple months after I showed up, and I have no reason to think that you didn't just come up with the same idea. So, let's just be peaceful and support each other. And they're like, we've been doing this since 2009. We think you should change the name. We're like, oh no, I'm not changing the name. Now my place was called Gorilla House, and the art battles was just the name of what we did on a Wednesday night, right?
Right.
But I didn't mind the idea of changing the name. I just didn't want to be told I had to, especially since they told me that they copyrighted the name in 2009, and I had no evidence that they existed. I looked for them. I had been looking for them, and had I found them while I was inventing it, I wouldn't have opened it. I'd be like, oh, it already exists. I'll just go there and take part.
Right.
Because I didn't necessarily want to run it. I just wanted to go to it. This is an idea I had.
Wanted it to exist. Yeah.
Yeah. So at first I was really excited about people ripping off my idea. And then I ended up with a bunch of people counting on me. And then on top of that, we were open for 6 weeks, and I planned to close at the end of summer. But I had to write a check for $60,000 because I had to sign a year lease in the middle of August if I wanted to keep going. And so,
$1,000?
well, like it was,
that,
that's what the year's rent cost, and I didn't have it. I had to count on that I'd be able to earn it,
yeah.
So I signed a year's lease when I never intended to be open for a year, but I just had people counting on me. And right away, I had people showing up. There's this cat society that came in, and they wanted to do what we did. They didn't have the courtesy to come in and talk to me about it. They just showed up and started handing out invitations to their own event. And they were inviting the artists, and they were inviting the art buyers. So eventually, when I found out what they were doing, I offered to help them because I thought it'd be better if I was around to solve problems than just let them go at it. And they asked me if I wanted to apply to the event, and I was like, I'm not applying to the event. I invented it. And I got really mad at them because what we do here sometimes ends up with people having hurt feelings, right? And there were people that could have, if we hadn't handled it better, given up on ours because their sales didn't go well on any given night, right? So I explained to them my concerns, and they were really embarrassed. They didn't mean to be rude, but they had been super rude. And then that's happened every 6 months since we opened. One of two things: either somebody comes in and they want to do what I do but somewhere else,
Yeah.
or they come in with a whole bunch of business ideas because they took a business program and they want to tell me about their business ideas, but it doesn't occur to them that I've heard the same business ideas every 6 months for the last 12 years, right? And they're always the same ideas. Like, oh, have you considered charging tickets to come in? I'm like, no. Everybody's welcome. That's the whole plan, right? Everybody has to be welcome or it doesn't work. And so, yeah, it's been a big, long fight keeping it the way it's supposed to be. And then you were asking what's going to happen here next. Well, it could be that somebody else comes in and has what we do. And hopefully they do it well,
It
they're
could-
gonna
oh, the thing's down. It just went down.
I just hope this doesn't they don't take away the space, the house. It's so cute,
It is.
The building?
Yes. It's like
This
a
building's
tent.
about 100 years old, I think. And this half of it right there, the wall behind you, is way older than the other half.
Aw.
And I do think that they should probably take it to Callaway
All the
Park,
dogs are in this wall,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I lived in a 150 years old house like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
It was just, I don't know, amazing. I felt crazy, but that was the best place I've ever lived in.
I lived in a really old house, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it was haunted.
Well,
And I don't believe in ghosts, but I don't have the energy to tell that story today.
I love your shirt, Rich.
Thanks.
Very nice.
I thought we'd see you there.
I meant to go and then light up.
Let me tell you that it was a shitty concert. You didn't miss anything.
No,
It's the best concert I
I
ever.
know you're
The best
joking.
concert I ever went to in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
I know it. Every
I
time
thought of
see
you when I was there. I was like, Scott should be here.
Well, normally I would be. Yeah. I'm running late today, but I've been painting all day.
Oh, that's
Perfect.
good. That's
So-
a good day.
What a great way to spend a day.
Yeah, that's a good day.
I spent the day getting bullied by 12-year-olds.
Oh, there you go.
I'm so
12-year-olds?
scared of young people. So mean.
They're mean and you can't hit them.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the
I
rough
mean,
part.
I don't.
Sometimes I just say straight up, I'm like, I go, look at me. Do you think you'd be able to talk to me this way if you're just walking down the street? Like, I go, I'm not stupid. I'm not weak. Why do I put up with this? Like, oh, no, I guess you have to because you're a teacher.
There you go.
That's not true. Everything I just said is not true.
Okay, I was like, what the heck?
I do tell them I'll be waiting for them when they graduate. When you graduate, I'll be in the parking lot, man. Also not true. I shouldn't. When I'm on the
No.
line, I shouldn't say stuff like that.
They should at least be teenagers before they get really nasty. 12.
No, I don't really teach 12-year-olds anymore either.
Oh, you don't? Okay, well,
Nothing I'm saying is true. It's 14.
Just stressing everyone out.
I didn't know I had that much credibility.
Everyone just hangs on your stories.
obviously you do.
Yeah, exactly.
So accept it, right?
Clearly, I should not be taken seriously. Actually, ironically, after saying that, I will tell you that it is not uncommon for the teachers to want to play pranks on the kids. And they'll do things like, hey, just as you know, I told all the kids we're brother and sister, so can you keep that narrative up? And I'm like, no, I spend all my time trying to get them to believe what I'm saying.
Believe, yeah.
And now I'm supposed to just randomly start lying to them. Like, oh, well, they know it's a real fire if it's a real fire. Like, hey guys, the building's on fire. Like, yeah, whatever. Maybe you should go save your sister.
Well, that's when you're really getting physical. Like, out the door.
I do worry
Saving
about that.
children. You know what I mean?
And they have to listen to you.
And
If there's a
believe
fire
you.
in my door,
To, in order to believe or not believe something.
They have to listen
They
first,
don't.
yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I think
I
fire
mean, I
scares me
wouldn't
the
listen.
most.
I wouldn't believe the adults. Or when I
That
was
is
a
the
child.
worst.
Yeah.
Custodian? Yeah. You can use like any cat or like sick cats.
Like the old school crime line.
Yeah, they're either male now, or, yeah, female now. So
we still have people with us online.
I didn't realize that either.
Oh, I'm sure we do.
I know
They're
they're
fibers,
fibers.
so that's how they're used.
Fill with some fluorescent pink. They're
Yo,
they're
one
different
thing
background.
with New York is fire. It comes with fire.
So fire.
Jess, I put this to the auction tonight.
Of course.
And if it doesn't sell, it's like nicely mounted and
Oh my
easily-
gosh.
That's
Is this your
his-
photo?
Well, it's from Washington. My brother took it, but I can sell this stuff. Sorry.
Oh,
I asked,
what's your opening bid?
well, it cost him $40, so let's say,
Mounted?
let's go $60.
Sure.
If it doesn't sell, it doesn't
Yeah, it's a
sell.
really nice mounted on the metal.
Yes.
Yeah,
Washington DC
And
or
on the back, it's got a little,
Washington
like a
DC?
wood plate
Yeah, I think
where you
so.
can just put a push pin in or a little nail. See, he did a show with all 50 states.
Oh,
Who is it?
All, my brother,
Oh, yeah.
all 10 provinces and all the territories.
that's cool.
One photo from each state and every,
That's a good challenge.
yeah, well, he travels a lot, so.
I think it's Washington, the state, on the
Yeah,
west coast.
it's Seattle.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just went first time ever in Seattle.
Oh, really?
This year,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh,
That's a cool one.
this is really cool.
I grabbed it and I thought, oh, if it sells, that'd be nice
That's nice.
for somebody.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
What is it painted on, or how is it?
It's
Uh,
mounted on steel.
Yeah, on like aluminum.
aluminum.
Oh, cool. That's
and very high resolution. There's only one guy in Calgary who does that on 37th and 17th Avenue. Prince Charming, what a horrible name for a business.
He's charming.
Where is it again?
Oh,
17th
I know
Avenue,
where it is.
37th Street beside Sure
yeah.
Reproduction. Yeah. I do his lackey running around for him, so I know Prince Charming himself. He's not so Prince Charming, if you know what I mean.
Is that Charmin?
No,
No.
but he does a good job though, so.
I think I used to be charming before I did this.
Well, you're still charming.
I don't think I am.
I don't think.
Well,
I'm not feeling it, but I think before I had some charm, and now I'm just trying to like get by. But thank you for saying so. But
you treat everybody so well.
is that what charming means?
Yeah.
Oh, then maybe I am charming.
You are charming. It's like.
I got that one to marry me.
There you go.
That's how I.
You only need to
Okay,
be
the other
charming once.
What?
Yeah, the other thing
Okay.
about school, I did make up, but this is
retired.
the truth about
I
school. When
retired.
I have high school kids and I want them to like focus, and they're like art and art doesn't matter. I'm like, look, I'm gonna tell you something important. They're like, what? I'm like, this is my wife. And show them a picture of my wife. And they're like, whoa. And I'm like, yeah, right. And I go, you think I want her with this face? No. You need to write poems. You know what? You need to make paintings. You need to trick her into thinking you're wonderful. Otherwise, all you got is that face. Your own face.
As a best man at a wedding, I gave a toast. I said, "Cherish this moment, Greg. This is something that only happens 3 or 4 times in a lifetime." He's going on his 4th marriage.
Oh no.
Yes, seriously.
Wait, are
You
saying-
called it. You called it,
I
Scott.
was joking. I was like, "Oh, this should be funny." I
Did you ever see Cheers?
Yikes.
And there was that French guy, and he's like, Woody, I'm going to steal your girlfriend. You remember
oh,
that
I
guy?
remember that. Yeah.
I went to university with that guy, and every time I walk into the cafeteria, he's like draped on my girlfriend, like, oh man,
Oh yeah.
I'm going to steal this girl from you. And I was like, whatever.
I was close.
Yeah. Have at it. You think you can do it? Right.
Third year, they moved to Edmonton together.
No.
Yeah.
No. Oh, that's too funny. Woody.
She was nuts. I'm not complaining.
Oh.
It worked out for me.
She goes to different school. But 100%, like, and you know, I wasn't mad that it was happening, just that I knew it was, like, just that it was so obvious. Like,
Right.
did you just tell that guy to get lost? Oh, he's not doing anything. Why are you so jealous?
Yeah. Don't be
Because I
that.
time traveled and I moved to Edmonton with him.
So the.
Yeah.
And then they always phone you up and tell you it didn't work out. And
Yeah.
whatever.
Can we still be friends? Right?
Why can't we be friends?
It's like, well, sure, but
I think I said no.
I
it
think
doesn't
I-
work out that way. Yeah.
I'm pretty honest
Let's be
now.
honest.
No point in wasting time.
Yeah. It's like, we can say that, but it probably won't happen. Be honest.
Man, if Jesse broke up with me, I still want to meet her friend.
Oh yeah. Of course. But that's not going to happen.
That's
so
not
let's
in
not
this
even
reality.
entertain that.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be able to breathe.
There you go.
It hurts so much.
Yeah. Remember that time when you called me out of the blue?
See how you're doing?
Yeah. And I wasn't doing well.
I am psychic.
I swear, but it meant the world to me.
I told Jess for 5 years I'm psychic, and she did not believe me.
Oh,
And
he
then
is.
one day, after like 5 years, she's like, "It's like you knew it." I'm like, I don't believe in being psychic, but I actually have to deal with it all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't know if psychic's the right word. I think
No.
it's a condition of
Connected.
Intuitive.
Yeah.
Intuitive. Yeah, I'm
And
intuitive.
connected to the universe like
Like
that.
you
Right.
make a connection. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have this feeling. I wonder
And-
who's thinking of
And they
it.
and there was
listen
a
to the
kid in my
feedback.
class that cut his finger, and like I also like feel that. I feel it in my own finger when I see it, and I'm like, ah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I got to be brave because he's freaking out, but I'm also like, that really hurt my finger too.
Yes.
And also I told him 12 times to put the scissors down.
Also,
And also he was wrecking my pencil crayons with the scissors. So there's part of me that wanted to say, I told you so. But I never did.
How can you stop yourself? And I'm not saying I told you so. It's so.
I know.
Right.
it
I'm
hurts.
usually
I
pretty
think
good
so
at it.
fast,
However,
like, I
earlier
was
tonight,
right.
I did. I told you so. About the what do you call it? The machine. I've done that a few times.
Mhm.
But I think for the most part, I'm pretty good at not. I told you so.
It's hard not to.
For you,
No, you just said for you too.
what? It is hard because part of it is you need to have that affirmation.
Yeah,
Please notice
like that,
That
and that's that connection.
if
You're
next
making that like,
time you listen to me,
Yeah.
or Felix is like playing with the marble, and like I never mess with that kid. Never. Like he must be so confused about what being psychic is about.
Mhm.
We went to the graveyard to take pictures, and he's playing with this marble, and I just had a bad feeling. I'm like, I don't think you should throw that anymore, and he threw it, and then it broke.
Oh, right.
And I was like, did I just tell you? Hi, did we meet your kids today?
That's a weird question.
Well,
There's
these 3 kids came in.
there's
They
a
have the
group
same
of
eyes as you, and I said, go get your mom because she can have Mickey Mouse.
Same eyes as mine. No, I'm
not yours. Okay, there.
Oh, I'm new to Calgary and I heard of it, so that's why. I was
Oh,
kinda like,
wonderful, nice. So yeah, we're just at 7. Have you heard of what we do? So at 7:00 we get some ideas. We make art from 7 till 9, and then at 9:00 we have the live auction. So
oh,
Um,
you
I'll-
have the laptop here.
yes, yeah. So it's in person and online. So people like bid from like across Canada and the States, and so there's some pieces that have been brought already at the front, and then we're working on other pieces right now. And then the pieces that are up right now are that guy's Riches. So all the pieces of them.
This guy.
And then we're gonna be shifting the show over for next week. So this will be a new show next week. So there's always like shifting pieces off the wall. And yeah, welcome.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is this every Wednesday?
Everyone.
Every Wednesday till Christmas.
Till Christmas. Yeah, till the end of the
And
year.
then we're moving on with our lives.
So it's only the paintings that are created during this time that are all.
No, so we before COVID we did say like come we'll make art and we get to sell it. Even if it's just to each other. But since COVID, we've been bringing pieces that they finish at home and they bring them in. Yeah, so there's like glass work and Scott just brought a really cool photo that was mounted on metal. So there's different pieces now and people kind of do whatever. Like it's like open to anything.
Oh, I see. That's interesting. I was in
Like drawing tiger.
Oh,
Yeah.
and
You should paint the tigers.
oh, that happened that way. Yeah. So it's
How did you discover us?
Somebody I met mentioned, I was saying I think, so I have some of my on our website, all the things. I mentioned that there's this place where you come.
Yeah, everybody's welcome for the sales. The artists have their name today, so you set what it starts at, and then the artist keeps half, and the other half just goes to pay right here. So that's why we keep it free. Is like we try to keep paying right through the auction sales. And, Rich and I put all of our sales into the house, so just gotta pay the rent. But yeah, open to everybody.
And what is the website with the auction?
So we go live to YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and it's Rumble House Live. If you look that up.
Oh, okay.
So they go live to all 3 of those.
Okay, so I'll be able to see some from the past as well.
Yes, they're all on YouTube. They're all logged. So yeah, I they're all like chronological right now. And so that goes back to days number 590. So you can go back a long time and see. Yeah, a long
Yeah,
time.
I just want to get an idea of how it works.
Of course, yeah, definitely, yeah. Pieces will go like kids sell their work sometimes like $5 to, on like a very busy night like 500. Like it's every night's different because you never know who's coming or who's watching online. But
If you
yeah,
can talk to your friends and family to join you in, so you don't have to buy anything, but every person that joins us really brings the whole auction together.
Right.
yeah, so we always try to get people to share the link so that people can see it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I will be sharing it as well.
Yeah. So yeah, Rumble House Live are on any of those three. Yeah, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I'm Jessica, by the way.
I'm Tanya.
Tanya, very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi,
This is Scott.
I'm Tanya.
This is Alana.
Nice to meet you too.
Well, nice to meet you. My mom's nickname is Tanya, so
Nickname.
yeah,
Nice.
incredible. I never thought I'm gonna meet someone that is named
And
Tanya. So.
you know, like it seems, I don't think my name is that uncommon, but I guess it is. I don't know many.
Me neither.
Tanya is the one, but. Wow.
Unique and nice.
Yeah.
You're painting some horses today.
They
it
come
looks
and look.
horses
They're,
here. And maybe they're not horses. Oh, they are.
they're anthropomorphic.
Hey, Bobby.
Is an art show going on?
We're gonna see for the last time with long hair.
Yes.
Do you have an appointment to cut your hair tomorrow?
Yeah.
That
Are you
is.
keeping the pork chops?
I just went for it.
I really love your look right now. I know if you've made
Very
a man.
1970s cowboy.
Yeah, I love it. Why are you changing your look?
Because the hair's really dried up.
Fresh. Going for fresh.
Yeah, we don't have to. I'm not getting younger, guys. Can't have long hair looking like that old guy from Merlin, that warlock. Sorry, thank you very much.
Gandalf?
What?
Gandalf?
Yeah.
Or Merlin himself.
I'm kind of Gandalf the Grey turning into Gandalf the White. So, no Hobbit fans, just me.
No, it was funny.
I was
Sorry.
talking about Merlin, by the way, not the Lord of the Rings.
I was talking about Gandalf.
That's okay. That's okay too, I guess.
I like
I'm a
that.
big
Gray,
fan of
gray to the
Kevlar.
white. That's really funny. I was looking at this price of this brush. It shocked me.
Is it yours?
It was,
Was it $75?
it's $84.
What?
Yeah, we didn't buy that. That was dope.
We did not buy that because I don't have that money.
Somebody that takes art lessons bought that.
Yeah.
And they bought the brush from the person that was giving them art lessons. So that's what happened.
Wow. Like, what kind of brush is that?
Called-
I never heard of.
It's a Windsor Newton from England.
I say, when's the Newton?
But it's a sable. It's called a one stroke, so you just have to hit it once. It is really beautiful.
Is it for water or oil?
Water.
Mhm.
Yeah,
because
super
Vinci
soft.
was working with expensive stuff just to make a good painting of the Mona Lisa, please.
Please.
So what is that red background?
This is a funny thing. There's a
It
piece
was
there,
really
and it had two pieces before. And I think over COVID, I just got this crazy idea that I had these nice colors out, and I taped off the edges, and I just house painted a couple pieces of paper,
Uh-huh.
so I'd have something to work with. And I found them, fell in love with the colors. I thought somebody donated them because people donate stuff here sometimes. And I was like, wow, I was so lucky to get this donation. And who would have picked these colors? They must be a genius. And it slowly clued in that, oh, I think I painted this, and I just forgot that I did it. And then Jess is like, are those our colors? I'm like, I kind of think they are.
Yeah, because we painted our balcony of mandala, and those were the colors that we.
So you picked the colors,
I think both of us did.
but they would be our palette.
Yeah,
This
they're
is
our
definitely
palette,
our palette.
for sure. The jewel tones are like the earth jewel,
I don't know why you say that. I don't know what those words mean, but I like when you say it.
earthy jewel tones.
What are jewel tones? Show me.
Jewel tones are like our pillowcases, like rubies.
I know what our
and
pillowcases are.
emeralds.
Why are they jewel tones?
Rubies, emeralds, sapphires,
Okay.
jewels.
Emeralds.
Is that a real word?
Jewel tone. Yeah, it's a real word. Jewel, like ruby. It's all the like
Jewel
gems.
the singer. Jewel, no?
Oh, I never even thought of that. I was thinking of like the color tones, like emerald green and ruby, and so I called them like jewel tones. But I like that.
Do you live far from here?
Yeah.
No, I live nearby.
Why don't you go grab a painting and put it in the auction, see what happens? What's the worst that could happen? If you want, we can buy it back.
I can try,
I
but
think so. Or do you want to paint something? It's way more fun being here when you're taking part. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to be
right,
pushy.
right. Yeah, it's just that I usually, this is more like an activity that I do on my own, so I never done it with somebody else around.
Yeah, I get that.
We get that.
I actually think though, with AI,
Mhm.
I think being able to paint in public is going to be the salvation of art. The reason I say that is art's been kind of taking a beating this year. It started taking a beating around the time ChatGPT came out. Around the time ChatGPT came out, everybody started freaking out that this one art fair gave an art prize to an AI without realizing it was artificial intelligence. And so last year, a year and a half ago, CBC called me while I was at work, and they're like, "What do you think of AI?" And I was like, it couldn't be that bad. And they're like, "We'll call you back later," and they didn't. And so they ended up putting this teenager on the show saying, "Oh, our AI is ruining my life," and it kind of is. A Basquiat painting that sold 2 years ago sold for half the price last year, and everything in the world is very difficult to sell art right now. And I have a theory on why that is. This is what I think. I think that there had been 3 reasons why people bought art. 1, they wanted something beautiful in their house. 2, they wanted to support a local artist. 3, they thought it might turn into a good investment. I think, yeah, and I think that the faith they had in the investment is shook right now. And I think their faith in us, that did I really do that, is shook right now. And so I think for a little while, the art buyers are going to be a little reluctant to put their money into artwork. And it's tough too, right? I run this gallery.
Sorry, and you guys are right by
And
the
the
door.
most expensive painting I ever bought was around $500.
Sorry.
I would love to sell a painting for as much as I'd love to buy a painting for as much as I sell them for. In fact, all the paintings are up right now, I go work from Dr. John. When I'm doing a painting, it doesn't matter what I do with it, because it's mine and I can check it out. But once I sell it, I can't afford it anymore. So all these paintings on the walls, I've been worried that somebody will break in and wreck them because I can't afford to replace them.
Right.
Right? Like as soon as somebody else owns it, it's like, oh, I gotta be really worried about the surface that it doesn't get damaged. I don't spend a lot of time worrying about the surface before I sell. It's like, what about the painting that's got a few gouges out of it? That's just the way it goes, you know. But I think the ability to make artwork in the public is going to be part of the salvation. Have you?
It's also the experience, right? Because not many, for myself, like I said, you don't get to see artists painting live. Not as much anyways, or even before you see it even less. So by seeing it, because everybody does it their own ways, like it's personal.
But yeah. So it's really cute.
But to go back to the AI,
Oh, did you?
I won't say which of my friends, but I asked the AI if it could mimic myself and one of my friends, and it did some pretty good. Like I asked Jess to come over, and like I did 3 paintings, one me, one Mark, and somebody I'm not going to say online, just in case he's listening. I called Jess over, I'm like, "What do I have here?" And she's like, "You got AI to make paintings in the style of you, Mark, and our other friend." And I was like, "Yeah, that's exactly right." And she had no problem recognizing what I'd done and which people it was emulating. And we're not even like important, you know, we're just like, it knows us enough that it was able to. No, it wasn't exactly my painting, but it was enough my painting that Jess was able to look at it and go, "It looks like you and your friends are getting duplicated by AI right now." So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Huh.
And then the first time they asked other students, what is
There was a revolution when photography came to be, right?
Early
And everybody
1900s,
said,
yeah.
like, why should we still paint? Because we can just take a photo and that's
Right.
right?
Portraits got shifted out and
But
abstract
people
art
still
came
do
in.
portraits and still an art and it's appreciated, right? Maybe
Yeah.
whatever's gonna happen with the AI is gonna be the future, of course.
I
It always
think
evolves, right?
I think the trick is making artwork in front of people will be what AI can't do.
Yes, you can.
Oh, no, that wasn't to be.
I mean, you can,
They were challenging people.
true.
Like I think to be honest, like I know a lot of people that use projectors. It's kind of their secret. They don't tell anybody. I don't care if people use projectors or not. One time I was doing a painting and I just nailed it. It was very accurate. And I put it up on Instagram and this kid's like, "Did you do that freehand?" I'm like, "Ah." I went and got my Etch-a-Sketch. Do you know what an Etch-a-Sketch is? And I redrew it on an Etch-a-Sketch and I put it up. They're like, "Oh, I guess if you can do it on an Etch-a-Sketch, you could probably do it freehand." But I don't judge if people do that, but I know that art buyers sometimes have a problem with the AI.
I was trying shoddily to tell Zach Cardinal the story of the bong that sold to.
Is he here?
Yeah, I think I got the gist of it, but I was like, "We're just way better at telling stories than I am." Oh, also, you taught the older sibling of one of the kids in my class,
What's that?
Joseph.
Which I taught from
Something. He just graduated last year.
Joseph. Yeah.
P something. Petro.
He went through over probably 5,000 people in the last.
I know. I'm just like, that one. I have to ask her. I should have written it down.
It's a girl. Did I also teach her?
No.
How come?
Older brother. She's
come-
waiting in my school.
How come she didn't go to my school?
I'm not sure because I got lucky. She's very lovely.
His name's Joseph.
Yeah.
Does he go by Joseph?
I think so. I'll ask her his last name next time.
What's her last name? Oh, don't say it online.
No.
It's cauliflower.
Rose.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with cauliflower. I love it.
Cauliflower is very nice. Very diverse.
Also,
Actually, this is really funny. I used to teach a kid, and his actual name was Joseph, and his last name was Blau. And this is really funny because that was the pseudonym I used to give cops when I got in trouble.
Oh, Joe Blow.
Joseph Blau.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then his dad must have had a good sense of humor because he didn't go by his first name, but his actual first name was Joseph, and the last name was Blau.
That is very cool.
Yeah. What's your name, Joe Blow?
he said an alias before I came out.
Did you really?
Yeah. I'll call myself Joey.
Oh. There you go. See? Everyone has a Joe story.
I'm trying to piece together what coming out has to do with an alias, and I can kind of get the gist of the story, but I'm very intrigued. Like, when does somebody use an alias when they're...
Because you've had family around.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And it was funny, like, I'm okay to say it now, but I had a cousin that was gay. We're both living in Calgary. He didn't know I was. And we suspected each other and everything. And then we actually bumped into each other and say we're into a bar.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
That's
you.
a
Good idea.
Why
yeah.
is that part of the story a secret?
We're trying to keep things under,
Thank you.
and you go around, like, let's just bring this up.
What do you mean this? You mean this?
Whoops.
He's just so excited.
All I'm going to tell you is this.
Sorry.
I was 21 years old, straight as an arrow. We had to meet some friends, and they'd arranged to meet at Boys Town, and I walked into Boys Town. I took 2 steps, and somebody grabbed me and said, "Hey, baby, where have you been all my life?" And I thought, that's sweet. I took another step, and somebody else turned around and grabbed me from a different direction. And it was like being a Hollywood movie star. Like straight virgin. It was exactly what they were looking for. And I remember thinking, like, man, if I wasn't straight, I'd be super popular.
Let's put it this way: I see his picture where he looked like he was young, obviously a top. That's basically what I'm chasing after.
I'm not sure what that
That's okay.
I'm gonna take it as a compliment.
You guys can have this conversation. Actually, it is a compliment. One, and when you have this conversation at home, you're gonna have a good laugh.
I'm very innocent.
Should we stop the live?
Depends how many people are on it.
Oh, you see all these viewers going on. What's going on?
What is happening?
Your school account just lights up. Baby, if I'm the bottom, you're the top.
From Cole Porter. You knew what he was saying.
How did that song actually go?
I think so.
Oh, like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very
You're the tops. You're the clowning gory. You're the tops. Na 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 na. Like that?
Yeah.
Cole Porter was extra saucy.
He
Maybe.
was
Oh,
super
maybe you knew what he was
I
talking
think
about.
he did actually know what he was talking
I'm playing that in class tomorrow.
about.
What? You don't like jazz?
I don't know.
You sound like
So what do you
Al
teach?
Jolson.
I mean, I know what that means. I just don't know which one it is. That's the truth.
Just look. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, I just said, what do you teach?
Oh, I'm not saying now.
All
Do you
right.
have kids?
Yes,
Do they go to school?
in Regina.
Oh, okay, then I can tell you. No, I teach in Cochrane and Jess teaches at Arbor Lake.
But she's
Oh, high school?
Oh, what do I
Yeah,
teach?
yeah.
I teach art.
Oh, okay, okay.
Logic.
25 minutes.
I don't even know what I'm doing right now, but it's very fun.
Oh, wow. You
Right?
shifted
It's
gears.
clear. I don't know what I'm doing.
No, it's not clear.
Why did you say, oh, wow?
Because I was not seeing it.
Oh.
I was seeing it.
Right? Also, like, maybe the AI is not going to be as bad as we thought because, well, there's a couple things. One, a couple times this week, I got caught up on stuff I used the AI to test with because I had to wait.
Awesome.
And I wanted to know what I was talking about. So I've been doing maybe 15, 20 minutes of AI tests every day for the last, since CBC Gulp, right? And it is, on the one level, it's kind of ruining my life. Also, even just sitting there and test with it, people get mad and they'll cancel you because it's like a faux pas. But I do test it out because I'm trying to see what it's capable of. And I wanted to see what it would do with Dante's Inferno. And it blocked me and said it didn't meet the community standards. So it's starting to get a little bit tight, which I'm not sure if it's a good thing because if the AI becomes super like PG, then that opens up a venue to artists that they're like, oh, well, the AI can't do like devil painting, so I'm going to specialize in devil paintings. You might have like a whole planet full of people opening up portals to hell.
I don't even know what we've started.
Yeah, right? No, I'm just saying, like, if you think about it,
Yeah, no, I understand. It's like an
if AI goes super clean cut, then that's going to become the venue that the artists can thrive in. And it could end up pushing artists to be sort of trapped and loopholed into working on what the AI is unwilling to do. What kind of satyr? Satyr.
Seder.
There's a satyr on the thing? What do you call a satyr that hurts itself?
Satire.
Sitar.
A sadist.
Sadist. A sadist.
Sounds like Court Pleasant Good Day.
Hey, Bobby,
What?
the punchline comes last.
Does it now?
What's the worst part of a time travel joke?
Don't know.
Oh, I said it wrong. It's supposed to be the punchline comes first.
Yes.
I said it backwards. That's actually mostly what I find funny about that joke, is trying to say it right.
I had a good joke this week, but it's too dirty to say it online.
You're so in control.
You can hit mute so we can hear the dirty joke.
We could also just turn it
Is
off.
it time to shut that off? And maybe
Yeah.
we can listen to some
People at home, we love you.
People get ready.
Come find us at 9 o'clock for the auction.
There's an
Thank you. Thank you. Love you. See you
See
soon.
you. Love you.
Don't
Bye,
know-
Theo. Bye.
Don't get no ticket.
Love you. Love
just
you. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Is it on the hat?